Hi everyone, it's a few days until Relativity Space will launch their Terran 1 rocket, and it will be the first ever rocket that's 3D printed and is intended for orbital launch. It will use 9 Aeon 1 engines that they will use temporarily for their current Aeon Terran 1 for the first few flights, and in the end they will just switch to Aeon R, which will be both used in Terran 1 and their second rocket, Terran 2. Relativity Space used aluminium alloy 3D printing process to make their rockets, which can drastically decrease the amount of parts and components needed for the rocket. In fact, it's 100 times less components compared to most traditional rockets. This both increase the strength of the rocket itself, because it's overall just one single piece of aluminum, and also make the process of making it way cheaper, because instead of having to use different types of ways to connect parts, the parts are already connected to start with, and using 3D printing process can overall just decrease the cost of the rocket. A specific launch for this rocket will be $12 million, mainly because it's fully expendable. For the single launch for Terran 1 will be $12 million because it's fully expendable. But the next rocket, Terran R, will be fully reusable and will also have more 3D printed parts. And as stated before, it will use the Aeon R rocket engine, which will be way more powerful compared to the Aeon 1 and will be overall cheaper. They're planning to have their first flight for the Aeon 1 in a few days, and hopefully it will be successful, but I would not really expect it to be fully successful because of two reasons. Because one, it's a completely new process of making rockets using aluminum alloy to print rockets out. However, I would not expect it to be fully successful because of two reasons. One, it's a complete new process of making rockets, printing rockets out from aluminum alloy, and two, most rockets don't really succeed or fully succeed on their first mission. Like, one example is the Falcon 1 from SpaceX, which failed 3 times and only managed to have a successful flight on the 4th one. So, especially when it's a 3D printed rocket, we cannot have too high of an expectation on the first flight's performance.